Hello everyone, we are another nerdy couple, and in today's video we're back at it reviewing Marvel movies.
Yay!
Alright?
It's been a minute.
It has. And we just saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness a couple minutes ago.
Yes.
Just finished.
Yes, and this video should be coming to you on Mother's Day, and that's fitting because mom.
It's
Ha.
about moms.
Moms.
So, needless to say, spoilers ahead, because we're probably just going to jump right
Just
into
spoiler,
it.
because
Might as well.
Yeah, I can't not spoil.
Can't filter it out right now.
Can't.
So, you get what you get.
Coming at you.
Anyway, so, what did you think about the movie overall, just in general?
It was good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. Worth the watch.
Right.
Not my favorite, but Doctor Strange never has been.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good.
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
I loved it. I really did. I think it is one of it's up there. It's up there for me in terms of the Marvel movies, not just because of my enjoyment of the movie itself, but I feel like because of where we are going in the Marvel universe or multiverse. I like it. I just do, and I like the topics that were kind of addressed here, and I'm very excited to see what Marvel is doing, because I feel like they're growing up a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how much Marvel is like changed.
Right.
And even then like not changed, because you still have like Spider-Man that just came out. Not just, but
I mean, recently. It was the last movie.
Yeah, it was the last movie. And that one was still very like youthful and like Spider-Man.
Right.
And he's a kid, so like that checks out. But then now you have like Moon Knight and this movie, and like Blade's coming and whatever else, and so we're getting into that kind of like darker Marvel stuff.
But at the same time, the very next movie that's coming out is Thor: Love and Thunder,
right? Which is just a big joke.
Which seems to be in the same kind of vibe and feeling as Thor: Ragnarok,
right?
Like it's
very fun and
very
like,
fun, right?
Just,
and like there might be some heavy things that happen, because I mean Thor is anyway. We're getting off track with Thor, but
the idea is
they're dipping their toes.
Right. They're trying different things. They're seeing what's good. And like they're broadening their audience, I think.
Right.
Which is cool.
Yeah. So let's just get down into it.
Yeah.
So the movie kind of just starts off right in the middle.
I was like, wait, what's happening?
I was like, we are missing context.
Yeah, I was like, we are right in the middle of this. And like, I knew that this girl was going to be in the movie because she's in like the trailers and stuff. And so I was like, wait, so are we just going to skip all the information, or are we're just tossing right in? And then we find out, no, that's a dream, but then no, that's not a dream. That's an alternate universe. Every dream is an alternate universe, which I was like, that's so cool. Cool. I don't know. I don't think that's real life, but that would be cool if it was, you know?
It's real life in that universe.
Right. But yeah, so like that was a really interesting thing that they did, and then she gets thrown in. Well, she throws herself into this universe.
America Chavez does.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the she. I do that a lot.
Yes.
She throws herself into this universe, and then like Doctor Strange is fighting her and whatever.
Not fighting her. He's actually protecting her.
He's helping her
from the Mike Wazowski monster.
Yes. With the octopus.
And it turns out, there was a monster demon thing chasing her in the opening scene that was like kind of more wormy looking. And then now in our universe, we had an octopus Mike Wazowski fighting her. And, she says like, oh, these demons are just after me. They're demons.
Yeah, the demons are after me, but she says they're trying to kidnap me, not kill me.
Yes, they are trying to
kidnap me.
Because
a devil sent them, or like a demon sent them.
Right. And then, of course,
and we're like, Mephisto!
Mephisto, he's back. He's finally here, But then it turns out that the demon who's sending these monsters after her is none other than Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch.
The Scarlet Witch.
And if any of you guys watching this video today are people who have seen our videos from the past of us reviewing WandaVision, I'm almost certain.
I think so too.
I'm almost certain that in the reviews of those videos, I said something along the lines of, "Man, I really hope that Marvel turns Wanda into a villain, because I think she would be a really good villain." But I didn't know. I said I don't know if they're brave enough to make her a villain because she's a woman, she's a mom, and like I don't know, it's going to be hard to tell how people are going to
and like we
accept that.
were introduced to her as kind of this gray character, and it's interesting because like I forget that she was introduced as like a villain, but like not really.
Right.
And then we were like, oh, she's an Avenger now.
Right. And you just
but she
that.
still, like, she never had that want to be an Avenger, like.
Right. She was there because it was the best option at that time.
Yes. Like, she very much is just a person with powers doing what's best for her.
For herself, yeah.
And I think that's so, like, cool. And, like, they very much humanized her a lot.
Right.
Through WandaVision and through this. That it's like, she's just a person. She's just a mom. Like, she just wants what's best for her, she's making decisions with her in mind and her kids in mind and not really worrying about anybody else.
Yeah. It's interesting because now that I think about it, the whole in the MCU government crackdown on the use of superpowered people and like them just using their powers was trying to be regulated, and like no, like you can only use your powers at these certain times. If you don't, you're a villain, you're a bad person, we're locking you up, right. And that whole thing started because of Wanda. Yeah. Because she was doing a good thing, but, she caused an international crisis. But now, after post-Thanos, right, she's back to being a hero or a superpowered person for herself. And that is exactly what they didn't want. And for the exact reasons that they didn't want it. So I think that's interesting because I was always Team Cap. And turns out that, letting Wanda just be Wanda and like, and letting superpowered people be motivated by their own selfish desires can go poorly sometimes.
Right. Like, just because someone has superpowers doesn't mean they're going to make the right choices. And I think we very much see that in this movie, where like Wanda has the power to get her kids, and so she's gonna try everything she can, and if that means blowing up Sanctum Sum, then that's what she's gonna do.
Excuse me, blowing up what?
Sanctum Sum.
The Sanctum Sanctorum. Okay, I thought you said something about Santa Claus. I was like, right. Yes. But I like she. It's interesting that she has to kill a kid, take her powers and be able to go to this other universe where her kids exist, to be able to be with her kids. She's sacrificing one kid to be with two. I mean, like, like she's blinded by her own desire to be with her kids, which is, understandable to a degree. Yeah. And I love Scarlet Witch now. Like, like since WandaVision has happened, I was like, I am on board. Like, she is powerful, and like, I like her character arc going forward, and I could understand, at the time I was like, I could understand her becoming a villain because like she has lost everything. Yeah. But I could also get on board with her just continuing to be a hero for whatever reason. Right. Finding some inner peace by helping others, if that's the route that you would want to go with that. But it's not, and I'm very happy.
And I think they kind of tested the waters with this whole Wanda as a villain thing in WandaVision, because she was kind of like the villain there. But, like, she did the bad thing. Yes. And so, but at the end of that, she like fixes it, and it's okay.
Right. And nobody died in Westview. Right. But I'm sure people are traumatized for life because, she was in their head, which is probably not good for superheroes, and certainly not good for just average people who aren't into that.
Right. And so with that, they were like, oh, do we like that she's the bad guy here? And everyone was like, yes, good show, good. And now they're like, okay, well, now she's fighting Doctor Strange. Now she's the bad guy, and she's going to kill people, and it's going to be bad.
It's going to be scary, which was awesome.
Yeah. But then at the end of it, they do it again. They're like, okay, but now she's making the right choice. Right. But they bury her in rubble.
Right. She's buried in rubble, but she's also the most powerful being in the universe, in our universe. Right. And honestly, I think in the multiverse, because her action, what she did in that universe, had reactions in every other universe as well.
Yeah, she destroyed every Darkhold.
Right. So I think that she does not know it yet, but I think she has the power to influence the multiverse on a grander scale than we all realize
right.
yet. And I do not think that she's dead.
Yeah,
because I told you, I was like, if it didn't happen on camera, if we do not see her dead, she's not dead.
Right. But like even like her going into it, like I know that she can save herself, and I know that she could have,
but would she want
didn't.
To?
Yeah, she didn't. Like she went into it looking like this is my sacrifice play. Like I am going to suicide bomb myself, and just this is it. You know.
I just don't see that being the case from our universe point of view. Looking at Marvel, like you just had WandaVision in 2020, right? Mm-hmm. And like people started to actually like Wanda, because I mean before, like she was around, whatever, was okay. It's fine. Like you still had Captain America and Iron Man, who were like everybody's favorites, right? They're gone. Somebody has to step into that kind of spotlight, and she's very powerful. She's likable. She's understandable. And she's complex now, right? Like she's good, she's bad, she's doing what's best for her. And I do not it would just not make any sense to kill Wanda probably at the near peak of when everybody's like, yes, dude, like this hero, this character is awesome.
Yeah, from a financial standpoint, it would not make sense to kill her off.
Right.
From a storyline though, like this was her arc,
Well, technically no, because she has not destroyed the multiverse, the universe yet, and she has not ruled the universe yet either.
Those were her two things.
Those were the two options that she could do. And listen, I don't know. Okay, like prophecies, they're always like, it's probably gonna happen, but it's been said so many times. Yeah. Like it was said in WandaVision. It was reinforced here in this movie that in WandaVision, they only said that she's going to destroy the universe, but that was from Agnes's point of view, right. Agatha's point of view. So she was probably only being like, no, you're bad. Like, you can't be the Scarlet Witch. You shouldn't be, right? But, Wong, being a little bit more truthful, was like, well, you could destroy the universe, but you could also rule it, which, he also framed it in the manner of enslaving the universe.
Yes.
Which is not good.
Right. And once she got to the Darkhold place, she said this is a throne,
Right, yeah. She was about it. She was about it.
Right. But then she decided to do neither. She decided to kill herself and destroy the Darkhold.
As far as we know.
Who knows?
But with that being said, I wanna
switch gears.
Bring it back to probably my favorite scene or favorite time in the movie, which is when Doctor Strange and America Chavez get transported to this new universe, 838 or something like that, right? And
I don't know.
And Doctor Strange is introduced to the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
And I was like, okay, it's like, it starts off with Mordo.
Mordor.
You know who we're talking about.
Mordor? No.
Anyway, to the Sorcerer Supreme of their universe, right?
Mordo.
Sure.
I think it's Mordo.
We're introduced to him, and it's like, all right, we know him, right? And then you get Captain Carter, right? Yeah. Cool. Very cool.
I wonder if this universe is supposed to be the one that we saw in What If.
I don't think so.
Because Captain Carter.
I don't know. But not the point. So we see Captain Carter. We see that Inhuman dude, Baklabugu.
Bolt something.
Yeah. And then he says, how do you do ya? Anyway.
He didn't say anything.
No, Doctor Strange said, how do you do ya? Because, his name is, Bakadaboody.
Okay.
And he was like, anyway. He was like, what the hell is his name?
He was making fun of him. Yeah. That happened.
Right. And, and then he, sign languages to him because he can't speak, because if he does, he'll obliterate him, right? And then you get the Captain Marvel there, who... I don't know who that person is. I don't know if I'm supposed to know who that person is.
At first, I thought it was supposed to be Photon.
Right. That's not.
But it wasn't her.
Just a different Captain Marvel.
Just a different one.
Dope.
Cool.
And then we get Reed Richards, the smartest man in the universe.
Yeah, I didn't like that he was smart, though.
But he
was the smartest.
But he's
always been the smartest?
Yeah,
he's always the smartest. But, in our universe, in 616...
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark's pretty smart.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. But I mean, he's also like, in a similar level to Bruce Banner, I would say. They're both
I would
very
put Tony
smart.
higher than Bruce.
Okay. Fair enough.
As a Iron Man
Fair enough.
fan.
But we get Reed Richards, who is played by none other than John Krasinski, which is, of course, what everybody wanted in WandaVision. Everyone was like, oh, my God, okay, well, we're not getting Mephisto, but there's going to be, like, a big cameo because, remember, Paul Bettany says somebody you always want to work with.
Right.
It was just Paul. It was just him.
He
wanted to work with himself.
Arrogant.
And, like, it makes sense, right? If you think about it, like, if you're gonna get John Krasinski to be Reed Richards, like, you want to put that in a movie.
Yeah.
Because more people are gonna watch the movie, you imagine, than a TV series.
Yeah, but then my thing about that is it just fan service?
Right.
Like, were they just doing that to make us happy and like, haha, you got him, but when we do Fantastic Four,
it's gonna be someone else.
The 616,
right.
like, it's not gonna be him. Like, we're gonna pick.
Right. And we also had Professor X.
Oh yes, he rolls in at the later though. He doesn't roll in at the first.
Kind of.
It's a little later.
It's like 30 seconds later.
There was enough time.
Like, anyway.
There was enough time for me to think, oh, they're not gonna do it, and then they did it. And I was like, but I'm pretty sure I heard his voice in the trailer.
Yeah, I think you do. So they're the Illuminati, and they're like, hey, Doctor Strangers are bad people. They always mess with the multiverse by using the Darkhold, and you are a danger to the universe more so than Scarlet Witch.
Which also, I don't know why they kept saying that. Like, they interacted with one Doctor Strange. Right. One Doctor Strange did a bad thing, and they're like, all the Doctor Stranges are the worst. And I was like, it was one Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Well, now we know it's at least 3.
Yeah,
There's at least 3 now.
Yeah, I don't think they were wrong because that was something that they said. And so I think they're going to, like, keep to that in the, like, writing,
Right, yeah.
Like, yes, the Doctor Stranges are bad. But I'm like, there's no real reason for you to believe that.
Right. But after we're introduced to the Illuminati, they are swiftly defeated because then Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, makes her way via dreamwalking to that universe, and she just rolls into the place and absolutely brutalizes the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And, like, effortlessly almost,
Yeah, so I have this thing where I've noticed that often female heroes are made to fight female villains.
Right.
Or vice versa. So villains to whatever.
Same thing.
Point is, that is usually the case. The only one that I can think of right now that wasn't that was Hela, but they did introduce Valkyrie in that, so...
Right, but it was more so Thor...
Yeah, it was Thor's fight.
Fighting her.
But that
was as a sibling rivalry.
Right. Whole thing. But, that being said, when Wanda gets there, she, like, swiftly kills the Bolt guy.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, he can kill you with just one sound out of his mouth. And she goes,
like,
what mouth? And then he screams, and it, like, blows his head up.
Which was disgusting, but also cool. And, like, it set the tone. You're like, oh.
And then Reed Richards, he goes like this, and then she's like...
She turns him into little leather strips.
Yeah, just rips him apart, and then boop, pops his head.
Pops his head.
And then we're like... Okay, so they're done.
Right.
And then the two girls are like, we are fighting now. And so then it becomes like an actual fight scene.
Because the two men did not even lay a hand on her.
Yeah. They like barely started. Reed went, and then...
Yeah.
But I already said that. So yeah, the two girls are fighting, whatever. And then slice Captain Carter in half with the shield.
Dude.
And that was like...
Right.
And then, I don't know how... Oh, she dropped a statue on Which, Captain honestly, Marvel. Captain Marvel probably could have fought that statue and been fine.
Right. Like, if Captain Marvel certainly has better durability than Captain America, right? Like, she's a cosmic being.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like that statue falling on Captain America would not kill him. And Captain America has fallen from, like, a friggin' tower and, like, hit... On the way down, he's like, yep, I'm just going to take 10 seconds to get up instead of 3.
Right. Like, I was like, that probably shouldn't have killed her, but okay.
We'll take it.
Fine. And then, whatever, she goes, and it's the whole thing.
Right.
But,
I think that Marvel kind of dipping their toes into showing a little bit more gruesome, brutal deaths, like actual real deaths, is a little bit in response to seeing kind of the success of The Boys, right? Because The Boys is a very good show, and it deals with more so of like the terror that real superpowered people can be, and like how bad it is when you have these extremely powerful people dealing with normal people. Like they can just crush them and do terrible things to their bodies and like blow them up just by running through them and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they could just look at you and be like, "You're dead now."
And Marvel took a sprinkle of that and went shoop, and just put it in there. But Wanda was brutalizing other superpowered people.
Right.
And like effortlessly, and it was terrifying. And I love the fact that Marvel made Wanda like a scary person.
Yeah.
Because she is so powerful. And like sometimes I feel like it's hard to convey. Like, Thanos is powerful, Captain Marvel is powerful. You're like, great. Powerful people fighting powerful people. It looks like a fight. Whatever. But like the disconnect between Wanda's power level and the Illuminati's was so large that she's like, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. You did.
I was like, all right, done with you guys.
Right.
Now to go get to America.
Right.
But with that too, I think it's really cool. Why do I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say?
Okay. Another instance where Wanda we showed not showed this was not a brutal instance, but like kind of just showed her whole gamut of powers was when she was first having that initial fight, and they put up.
It said so like when she was killing them, like in the initial fight, that's what he was about to get at. That when she like snuck in and like mind controlled that one guy, like she was like she smiled, like she was like, I did it. I got in. You thought you had me. And so she's like evil, like she looks bad,
And like just the way that she's like, run.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just intense. Were you going to say something else?
No, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Just her getting into that guy's mind like was just the first step of being like, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, so like she's just so like driven and like she wants what she wants and she's gonna get it, and so like she was doing it and she got through and she broke in there, she killed all the Illuminati, and then she's like chasing America through the thing, and like she's like limping at this point when they're going through the thing, through the like tunnel or whatever, and it's just crazy,
right? And well, to disprove one of your points, I mean, Doctor Strange does kind of fight Wanda. Like, they're at odds. So, like, he's a dude, she's a girl. They did fight.
Right, but even though it's Doctor Strange's movie, the main hero here is America.
Yeah. And, like, America did, get some punches in with Wanda. But, like, Doctor Strange was fighting her, too. And, like, I mean, it's more so of, like, a magic fight. Right. So like they're doing that, so he's not like laying his hands on her or anything like that. Right. But like he is still the one doing
fighting her. Yeah. No. I think you're right, and I think they're straying away from that a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But it was just like in that moment that I was like, okay, of course,
right,
of course,
yeah, right.
But like I said, like with Hela and Thor, like they've already started to stop. Right. But then they did that movie, and then they turned around and did the Black Widow movie where they made Taskmaster a girl, and it's like, okay,
right. And dude, there were just so many instances of Wanda showing how scary she is. And like she didn't try to be a good person, but she tried to be as good as you can be when being a villain.
Yeah, she was like, I try to be reasonable about this.
Just give me the girl and nobody else is going to die. Like, you're trying to save one life, but I'm going to kill so many more people if you don't let me kill this one person.
She's like, let me do it the easy way.
Right. And let me get her as Wanda, or else I'm coming as the Scarlet Witch. And it's just like...
He's like, you don't want to meet the Scarlet Witch!
But I do.
I mean, we do, but Doctor Strange doesn't.
Right. Yeah. And then, like, when she was chasing them through the tunnels, and then she stops at that door, she's like, oh, no, I'm just not going to go through this door. And, like, everyone was just kind of waiting, like,
Yeah, I was like, guys, let's keep running, please.
You gotta run.
Like,
and then like the jump scare of her just like getting in there, and like the America Chavez was screamed at it. It was like, she's terrifying.
Yeah.
And like when you compare it to, I feel like all the other villains that have been in Marvel so far, like Thanos, not a scary dude, powerful dude, and like seemingly insurmountable strength. But not scary.
Yeah, no one's been
He's
scary.
challenging, right?
Yeah.
But Wanda, it's funny because Vision always said like our mere strength like invites the challenge, but I feel like her strength does not invite the challenge. Like her strength makes you want to run.
Yeah.
You know? And I really like that they were able to convey that
was
really
that Vision
well.
that said that? Mm-hmm. I felt like that was Ultron. I don't know why.
No, it was Vision. Why would...
I don't know why Ultron would do
No, it was Vision. It was a very calm, conversation in like a room, just sitting in chairs. Anyway. But, so you get to kind of like the end of the movie, and Wanda has America Chavez. She's, like buckled down onto like a table, and, Wanda's trying to steal her powers. But then Doctor Strange starts dream walking, using the Darkhold. He gets into the dead body of the other Strange that was there, and they're fighting, doing the whole thing. And then kind of Wanda gets what she needed out of this. And it was a question that Doctor Strange had posed to her earlier in the movie, or I think it was Doctor Strange, where he's like, okay, you want to go to this new universe where your kids exist. In that universe, they have a mother, and it's not you. What happens to that mother? She doesn't answer.
Right.
She gets the answer. She comes face to face with that answer unwillingly. And when, America Chavez is punching her, and it opens up, the portal to the Wanda that she dream walked into. And she gets in there, and as soon as the portal opens and the kids see the Scarlet Witch, they start screaming.
Yeah, they scream and they go, "Ah, witch!"
Right. And that Wanda of that universe like gets up to try and defend her kids, but it appears that she is a version of Wanda that didn't practice her powers. Like she's got like control of the red orbs and stuff, but she was no match for the Scarlet Witch. So our Wanda just throws her away, and she gets hurt in that. So now the kids are just like throwing stuff at her, like, get away. And that's obviously not doing anything, but they're doing the best they can. I guess they don't have powers in this universe.
I think they probably do. They just don't know it. Like, they don't know how to use it.
Probably trying to, like, keep it under wraps.
Yeah, like, she doesn't want them to have power. Like, it definitely seemed like they were trying to be domestic, you know?
Right, definitely. And in this universe, apparently, Vision's not in the
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too, and even in like the dreams that she's had,
right? It's always
like the
just
things that we
Wanda.
saw. It's just her and the kids. There's not a lot of Vision. And I was like, maybe they just didn't pay for
Paul Bettany.
That's the words,
right?
Maybe they just didn't pay for him, and like he's there, just not in the scene. But yeah, he wasn't in this one either.
Right. But with that being said, Wanda comes face to face with the reality of what would have to happen for her to live in this universe and be their mother. Like, they would never accept her. They would be terrified of her because she would have to kill their mother, the one that they love, and just pretend to be their mom now. Like, that's not going to work for them.
Yeah,
like, they're never going to accept that.
Yeah. I mean, if I was her, I would brainwash my kids, but that's just me, do a little woogie woogie.
Right.
I am your mom.
Yeah.
But
it's not real. And I mean, like, I think she would accept not real, but like,
she wants anything at that point, you know? But then seeing it and like seeing how scared they were of her, she kind of like breaks down a little bit and she's like, I can't do this. And
like, I am the bad person.
Because she was telling them, she was like, I'm not a monster. I'm your mom. I would never hurt anyone.
I would never hurt you. I would never hurt anyone.
Yeah, I'm not a monster. And then she's saying that and she's like, I just killed a bunch of people.
Right.
That's what's going through her head. She's like,
hurt their mother in front of their face.
She sees I hurt the mom. She was just about to kill America. Like, she's like, no, I was wrong.
Right. And she has that breakdown and that, that realization moment. And then that's when she,
Yeah. And then
destroys
that one that comes over and is like, just know that they will be loved.
Right.
And then that's when America like backs out of the thing and like brings Wanda.
And I think that line from that Wanda is kind of like under the assumption that when our Wanda kind of dream walked into her, like maybe she could understand some of her thoughts, some of her, thought processes of why she's doing what she's doing. So maybe she got a little bit of insight as to what was going on, so that she knew what to say to her at that moment, as opposed to just being like, they'll be loved. Like, maybe that might not be the reason why she came.
Right. But I think it was clear even from that moment that she was like trying to, and she was like, those are my kids, you know? Like, she was already trying to be mom. Like, I am your mom and whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like, from that context and knowing her because she's you, you could guess why she's there. To the bottom of it. You know?
Right. So, with that being said, Lizzie.
Wait.
Oh. You got something else to say?
Yes. So something else that was like a small detail that I kind of liked, that because she was using the dark hold and stuff, her fingers got all black like Agatha's. And I thought that was really interesting that like that dark magic, you could see it. Like, yeah, it takes a toll. And I was like, I love that they carried that over. You know, that we could see that too in this. And like when she flipped the apple orchard into what it was, and like the death everywhere, that's when I think we first see those black fingers, and I'm like,
yeah.
And she's in her like whole Scarlet Witch look, and she's like,
dude,
bad.
I don't know where she goes from here, like in terms of her story arc, but I hope they keep her around because like, she's terrifying. I want her to continue to be a villain. I don't know how.
I don't think she's gonna be.
And like, I don't know how you become a hero after this, as well.
Yeah, I think like, she's gonna be. I think she's the kind of person you call in for the big fights. You know, like the next Thanos level threat. She'll be a part of.
Right.
But I don't know that she's someone that's ever gonna have their small hero movie.
Right.
She might have some more, like, gray instances, but, like, I can't see her going full bad like she did in this movie again, just because she had that whole, like, Darkhold moment, and, like, what else is going to drive her, you know? Well, like, so White Vision is still out there, so that, like, that can be a thing that's going to pull her in somehow, but I don't know that we're going to get bad Wanda again, because she's already lost the kids. She's already lost Vision. She's already lost everything and dealt with the grief of all of it.
Right.
Because we dealt with the grief of Vision in Westview, and now we dealt with the grief of the kids
in this movie.
Through this movie.
Right.
So, like, what else does she have to deal with that's going to make her make those bad choices again, you know?
I feel like now you could say that in this movie she's lost herself. Like, she does not, like, she can't be the one thing that she wants to be. She can't.
Yeah.
She can't be the mother to those children because those children aren't real, and she can't be a different universe mother. She can't. Yeah. Right?
I don't know why she can't just make them again.
I don't know. But I think that there is a route, at least in my small mind, for her to become, because what I want, me personally, is for her to be the Thanos level, phase 4 villain. Right?
Oh, okay.
Like, I want her, because she's powerful enough to take on the Illuminati and therefore whatever Avengers we have, right?
Right.
And I think, like, how that might come about is through, like, public opinion in their universe of, like, she did Westview. She's the reason she blew up, the Sanctum, but also, like, in Civil War, she blew up that, the people she killed, the Sokovia stuff. And now, like, she did, like, somebody had to notice that, what was going on, and that she was trying to, like, kill this kid and take her powers, and, like, I feel like that's going to get out somehow, and people are going to turn against her, and that might invite the challenge from some people to be like, either get her out of here, or, like, we have to kill her, like, burn the witch type of stuff, and that might leave her with no other choice but to be a bad person in response to the negativity that she's getting.
I don't know.
Right.
I can't see her staying bad. I think she's going to have to try to prove herself again as the hero.
Right.
After this. Because I don't think she wants to be bad, you know?
Right.
And, like, she's lost everything. I think it's going to take a while for her to come back, but I don't know.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, as far as we know, she's dead.
As far as we know,
she's not dead. She can't be dead.
She's under a pile of rubble.
She's under a pile of rubble. We all know that kills every other hero. But there's one more thing we have to talk about. Post-credit scenes.
Post-credit scenes.
So, the first post-credit scene is Doctor Strange. Wait. Or is that the end of the movie?
So, the very end of the movie is what you're thinking about when he first walks out of the Sanctum. And not the Sanctum.
Yeah,
it's called the Sanctum?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what's the thing
it starts with a K. It doesn't matter. Keep it moving.
What did they blow up?
It's like kombucha kunda.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So he walks out of the Sanctum. I keep calling... Okay.
It is the Sanctum.
No. But I'm saying, like, I kept calling the other place the Sanctum.
It's like
and you never
kombucha
connected
kumba.
me.
Yeah, because I don't know what it's called. I mean, it's kombucha kumba.
Okay, so he walks out of the Sanctum, and he's walking down the street. I'm Doctor Strange.
Right. Probably going to go talk to Christina.
Well, no, because he fixed the watch, and then he put the watch away, so I think that's moving on from Christine.
Could be.
And, like, trying to find his happy. Right. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And so he's walking down the street, and then...
Right, he falls to his knees.
And then the eye. Which I don't understand what the third eye is.
Wisdom.
Right? But I don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, just another, maybe it's a Doctor Strange's way of manifesting, the use of the Darkhold, because that happened to the other Doctor Strange after using the Darkhold, happened to our Doctor Strange.
It happened to the What If Doctor Strange too.
Exactly. So maybe it's just like a level of power that he's now achieved, or something, right? Something has changed within him.
Open your third eye.
Open your third eye.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
From Doctor Strange.
From Doctor Strange 1. Anyway.
So that's what happens in the first, like, the end of the movie.
In the end of the movie.
Then the end credit scene.
First one.
He's walking down the street again, and then someone comes in.
Right. I have no idea who this person is.
Don't know who that was.
So don't ask me. That's not what we're here for.
That's not what we do. She comes in, and she's like, Dr. Stephen Strange, you have done an incursion.
You've done an incursion.
And we're like, when does he do an incursion?
Right, like, I thought that was the other dude.
And then he's like, you have done an incursion. Can you handle it or something?
Right.
I don't know.
Are you willing to fix it, or are you scared or something like that?
Yeah.
He was like, bet.
Yeah.
Puts on the cape.
Switches his outfit, and eye pops, and then he walks through the thing with her.
Right, and it looks like he's going to that Dormammu realm again.
It did look very
like
Dormammu.
the Dormammu realm.
And so now they're going to go fix the incursion.
Right.
Which... I don't know when he made the incursion. I think that might be in Earth like 6-8 or whatever, but...
Right, yeah, like, I don't know.
Unclear.
Maybe it's because of his initial interaction with that other Christina from the other universe, that, like, maybe they've continued with their communications.
Ooh, 868s?
Yeah, 838.
838?
I think it's 838.
The other one.
Right. So, like, maybe there's some stuff going on that we haven't seen.
Maybe.
Behind the scenes. Because we did not see an incursion.
We didn't see it.
I don't think we did.
Right. So that was that, and then I like the last end kind of scene because it was
like,
the guy like he was punching himself, and then he was like, "It's over," and then the movie was over.
The movie was over.
That was cute.
Yeah, it was a funny little joke. I like that little joke better than the Captain America patience.
I like the Captain America patience too.
Well, with that being said, now Elizabeth, how would you rate the movie?
I think the movie was really good. As you can tell, I switched from good at the beginning to really good now.
Good.
I do like it. I think there's a lot of like good moments in it, and like I think it's good. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. You give it a 7 out of 10. I'm all about this multiverse stuff. I'm interested to see in how they bring in the fact that they bought Fox and therefore the mutants and all that stuff. I'm just itching for that to pay off. So I like the multiverse. I love Scarlet Witch. Doctor Strange is dope. He's not my favorite hero, but this was a good movie. I feel like this was much better than Doctor Strange 1.
Oh, did not like that movie.
And I think just because of the direction and Wanda being in the movie, this is a top tier movie for me. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
9?
9 out of 10.
9.
I was smiling the entire time, and every time that Scarlet Witch did something that scared me, I was like, that's what I want. That's what I want to see every day.
I thought it was good. Didn't think it was that good. Definitely like 7, maybe 7.5, but like 9 is too high.
It was a good movie.
But also like I don't like the magic. I've never been a magic fan. So, like, Doctor Strange was never my favorite. Wanda was never my favorite. She's grown on me a lot because she's so bad. Like, ugh. Yes. She's strong, she's powerful, but she's, like, so good.
Right.
So, like, I love that. But, no, it wasn't enough for me. It wasn't enough because it was still Doctor Strange. And
that's fine. You can have your opinion.
That's not me.
Yeah.
So let us know what you thought down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss whenever we do another one of these. Hopefully soon, maybe.
Happy Mother's Day.
See ya. Bye.